and like I say, 10 minutes ago it clicked. I did 2 half-decent laps, came in and put something a bit softer on, and did a good lap time.
I keep being fastest in one session, but never the right one. But no, I mean, the bike's going pretty good this weekend, and I'm pretty happy really. Still qualified on the front row, that's the main thing. But I am desperate to get a pole position sooner or later. 2 rounds left.
Well, they look like a fairly new pair of boots down there, apart from very bit of hardware on the side there. What have you been doing?
We came here testing the other day, and I had a big accident over at down to the Devil's Elbow quite early on in the day, and just broke a couple of my toes. So they're a little bit second hand. So I just bought some old boots just so a bit comfier for me, really. That's all.
And how are they now?
Yeah, they're all right. I've been a little bit ill actually, so I've not really noticed my toes. I've spent the last 24 hours on the toilet.
That's more information than we really required. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You really have dominated pole position for most of these championships, haven't you? What's the secret?
Being a tight northerner, I think, has helped quite a lot.
Not sure what you're saying. I'm a northerner as well.
You know, Claire, I'm money motivated, so there's £200 for pole. So, you know, I know that the bike costs over £100,000, but I don't care if I crash it. I'm going for that £200.
The accusations are true then. £200 better off than Walker in second place, Reynolds third, Hayden in fourth place, Steve Plater a good fifth but disappointed, and David Jeffries a fine sixth there from him on the Virgin Mobile Yamaha, with Rutter in Burns seventh and eighth. John Crawford on row 3 with Sean Emmett, Neil McKenzie and the best of the privateers, John Crockford in 12th place. Then it's Young, Craggle, Wood and Kipp rounding out row 4. Coming next, of course, we have the Superstocks, the opening race of the day from Mallory Park. It's round 10. This is Mallory Park. Hold tight for our review of a great day's racing. The Superstocks are the first race of the day, and it's between Yamaha and Honda. Llewellyn and Jeffries on the Yamaha lead Christopher Mullen and Glenn Richards on the Hondas. R1 and Fireblade. There's no one else in it. David Jeffries grabs pole position from Glenn Richards in second place, Matt Llewellyn third, and a fine fourth place, Suzuki's Jamie Morley. Christopher Mullen on row 2 with Rob Frost, Gus Scott and Danny Beaumont. And on row 3 it's Gary Mason, Jago Chapman, Steve Brogan, Andy Tinsley. And then on row 4, Tristan Palmer, Steve McMillan, Kevin Riley and Ian Duffus. This is a race I always look forward to. Look at this then, red lights are on already, and I've got to say David Jeffries is at home on a Superstocks bike. There he is on pole on the outside of the track. Will he convert it? Oh, and look at Llewellyn. Llewellyn gets a flyer, but it's a Suzuki man, Jamie Morley, on the Beckley Suzuki, who got away really brilliant on bike 72, but across the lot of them goes Glenny Richards, hot after Cadwell Park. He looks so very good there. Into Gerard for the first time. Llewellyn round the outside. Could be a local track for Llewellyn. Mind you, Mallory Park's a local track for everybody.
Absolutely. I'm going to see how Morley stays with these guys. That's going to be the interesting thing. We've got the big four at the front, and Jamie Morley trying to get amongst them.
David Jeffries just duffed up his teammate going down into the lake. As so Jeffries on bike 47, and now he's up. Oh dear me, he almost ran over the rear wheel of Glenny Richards then. Up into the braking gear, bottom gear. This is where everybody gets punted. Look at the Suzuki man round the outside. Wow, dear me. That is Jamie Morley on bike 72, really forcing his way in. We're at the bus stop now. You're going to be lucky to get a word in late here, Julian.
I was fascinated to see how that young lad, Jamie Morley, did amongst the big four in his class. He's holding his own so far on the first lap.
Well, this is the best ride. This is the best ride he's had so far. I've got to say that 32 there as well. Watch out for Rob Frost. Rob Frost is a real fast man. So, DJ lead from Glenn Richards. We're at Gerard's corner. This is the type of turn that good old Dave loves, to just squirt that power and make that bike squirm. And underneath, yeah, Matt Llewellyn comes through now. Richards goes back another place. So Richards in the space of just a turn and a half has gone back to third from first. And then it's Jamie Morley in fourth place. So Jamie Morley riding superbly. Morley in third place. Morley's in third place.
Yes, he is. And that's
so makes that Suzuki move all over the place. So, well, it's great to see a 750 Suzuki right up there amongst these big bikes.
It's looking at home as well. It really is. He's looking good. So, we haven't seen these four off out of the first four places for many a round. So Morley really trying to break the four book here.
Dear me. Jeffries, Llewellyn, Morley, Richards and Frost. That's your top five. We're at the hairpin there. And David Jeffries bounces in there as well. Jamie Morley has gone. Jamie Morley has gone, and he's been having a great ride. He was with Glenn Richards. Well, did he jump or was he pushed? They were close into the hairpin. So Morley is out, and he was having such a great ride here at Mallory Park as well. Didn't look happy.
We'll leave the referee's decision on that one, Keith. Glenn might have given him a job.
Oh, Frosty! Rob Frost now. Rob Frost has been riding better and better all year long. Oh, I like this guy. He's a good lad.
Anyone who gets in amongst the Sanyo and Page 3 bikes in this class, Keith, has got to be good.
So he's on the fast bikes, R1, and he's in front of the Sanyo First National Honda at the moment. Glenn Richards in 4th place on bike number 5, but it's 32. Rob Frost who's in 3rd place at the moment. Rob Frost is closing on the front 2. It's down to 2.7 now. Rob Frost, here he is, into Gerrard's, and he's closing in on the front 2. So it is 47. David Jeffries at lead from Matt Llewellyn in 2nd place on bike 46. But Rob Frost is closing them down.
Gap constant within a 10th or so, Keith.
Indeed. So Matt Llewellyn obviously wound the wick up just a fraction on Frosty. So Jeffries and Llewellyn. Llewellyn leads the series, and Jeffries is going to get another 5 points back, assuming that they finish where they are at the moment.
Well, that's been the form of the year, hasn't it? Either the Hondas or the Yamahas run away at the front, and the rest fight for the other Oscars.
I hate this bus stop. So out of the bus stop, down Devil's Elbow now, squeezing the power on. Rob Frost at the hairpin. Frosty dropped in. There is Glenn Richards being attacked by his teammate. That's Christopher Mullen. Christopher Mullen has come from away down. Well, that youngster, 18 years old, he is very, very quick indeed.
Lots of talk about him in World Superbike and Grand Prix paddocks, Keith. He's going to go places. Frosty looks over his shoulder. He knows that the fire blades are on the way.
Jeffries, Llewellyn, Frost, Richard Vermeulen and Gary Mason. That's your top 6. Gary Mason out of the equation as far as the challenge for the podium's concerned. This is the last podium place that these guys are fighting for at the moment. Rob Frost holds it while the wider line of Glenn Richards around the long Gerrard's corner. Onto the back straight then, the semi straight. Number 2 comes into view. That's Russell Baker as we go to the Lake Essex. We're on lap 12 of 26. Remember, it's such a short track. We've got a lot of laps to do. They turn the cheese round here. Rob Frost then hanging
Still
on.
holding him off. Gets the back mark. He doesn't get the back mark between him and the pursuing Hondas.
Oh, it's Chris Vermeulen up the inside of Glenn Richards. He's going to use that place.
Nicely.
Beautifully done there, Chris Vermeulen. But on the inside, down into the bus stop, will be Glenn Richards. Glenn Richards holds on the 4th place. 5th is number 4, Chris Vermeulen.
And don't forget, while this is all going off for 3rd place, the Yams are away in 1st and 2nd.
Here's the Pay3.com team. It is Tim Ford on the left of your picture. Kirsty is the young lady looking over. That's Matt Llewellyn's girlfriend. Matt's dad in the background. And to our right, Claire Ritchie, team manager of the Pay3.com team. And meanwhile, oh, look at this.
They've sandwiched him.
They have indeed. He's been sandwiched by a Sanyo First National Honda team. Rob Frost is in. Oh, go on, Glenn. Light the rear end of that bike up. So Glennie Richards in 3rd place at the moment. I remind you, this is the battle for 3rd. Oh, dear me. Chris Vermeulen goes the brave way round. If someone loses it at the hairpin when you're on the outside, muscles Rob out of the way. Well, Rob Frost, I dare say he will be paying back in a lap or 2.
About a lap's time. I think if as long as he can just stay with those flying fire blades on the R1. Whatever happens, great ride from number 32, Rob Frost here today.
Frost
oh, look at that.
Frost is,
could have
clipped the rear end there. He clipped the rear end of Chris Vermeulen. Chris Vermeulen felt it because he looked over his shoulders. So that was definitely just a breaking point too far for Rob Frost. Well, that should calm him down. The adrenaline should just about
I'd have thought
his brain out.
I'd have thought the pulse has gone through the roof.
You see him shake his head to flick his visor back down there as he looked over his shoulder. His visor came up. Rob Frost then in 5th place now, and it's the 4, well, we'll call them works bikes, shall we, in front of them. We've got the Sanyo First National Hondas here, and leading this race by a country mile, the 2 Pay3.com 02 Plus Yamahas of David Jeffries and Matt Llewellyn.
And of course, these 2 boys are fighting for 3rd in the championship as well, Kate.
Lap 23 of 26. Matt Llewellyn in 2nd place on bike 46, and closing in is Glennie Richards on bike number 5. The blue flags are being waved for John Pugh. I think it is on 77. It is. Through goes Glennie Richards then. This is Gerrard. Now, can Glenn Richards close him in? He's on the last podium position at the moment. Glennie Richards will be looking to close down, and of course, the position he's in at the moment gets him in front of his teammate Chris Vermeulen. Here's your race leader.
David Jeffries through the bus stop, looking over his shoulder, I think on the way to check where his teammate was.
Oh, there's his teammate. His teammate is down on the deck. Matt Llewellyn has lost it in the closing stages of this race. Matt Llewellyn has lost this race, and he has lost his lead in the series. That has cost him dearly. 20 points he sat on, 20 easy points he sat on. He knows it. So, last lap then. David Jeffries is going to go to the head of the field, winning here at Mallory Park. He's going to get 25 points.